Today I'm going to talk about just how to turn around straight. In other words, when you have to switch 180, so facing this way to facing this way towards the back. There's a drill for everything, right? So I'm not going to talk about snapping the head or anything, but I'm going to talk about the mapu. Okay, so I have a line on the ground, and what we don't want to do is, as we're turning, we don't want to start traveling, right, one way or the other. In other words, if I'm here and I'm turning, I'm traveling. Okay. Also, when I'm turning, I don't want, in this drill, I don't want to turn at an angle, right? I don't want to be faced that way. I want to be faced all the way around from here. Okay? So in the drill, we're going to use our front horse, our Gung Ma, right? So our front horse, and I've talked about this in other lessons of what the Gung Ma should be. So we start with the line between our legs, between our feet. Our stance again is width of underarm, and pretty much that allows, you know, one foot to turn in, the hands can swing freely, and you can shift quickly. So when I step forward, I want to make sure my left foot is on my left, my right is on the right. I have that line in between. So wherever you're practicing, sometimes you practice on concrete or other floors, you can probably pick a line. And what the line does, it helps you to learn how to do it. Eventually, you cannot look at the line, okay? But the line gives you a guideline. Okay? So it's very simple to be able to turn back and forth without traveling side to side. Okay? First of all, we have to pick a point to look at. So if you have the two walls, you pick a point on that wall, you turn around, you pick a point on this wall. So in the back of me, I have my banner of my scroll of Guan Yin, so I can look at that. Okay? So as you turn, you want to stay lined up. Okay? You don't have the line on the ground, you look at the points. Okay? When I learned this, they didn't want you looking on the ground. But this is a beginning learning step. It provides you that reference to see if you're doing the legs correctly. Then less and less you look at the ground until you feel what you're doing. Okay? So real simple. Okay? Basically what you have to do is one leg has to go where the other leg is. In other words, my left leg has to move over to the right side. It crosses over the line. My back leg, my right leg moves over to where my left leg was, and then turn. Okay? So in the drill, it'll be step, step, and turn. Okay? So in the beginning, to understand what you're doing, and this is what these learning videos are all about, right? Understanding what the mechanics are, what you're doing, so you can fix them yourselves, you can learn them yourselves. Okay? It really doesn't matter if it's the front leg stepping first or the back leg stepping first. Why? Because when you do it in application, both legs have to move at the same time. Okay? But in the beginning, it's just step, step, turn. Okay? Then you can check yourself, did you do it correctly? I'm a little bit close. Right? Make those adjustments, and you keep on doing it until you don't have to make those adjustments. Okay? So step, step, turn. Step, step, turn. Step, step, turn. Step, step, turn. So if you're watching, it doesn't matter, like I said, if it's the front leg or the back leg moving first, you'll see me alternating. Okay? So learn the mechanics first. Okay? 1, 2, turn. 1, 2, turn. Okay? And then becomes faster and smoother. 1, 2, turn. 1, 2, turn. Right? I'm starting to turn already. As I step, turn as I step, faster and faster, continuous. My arms are relaxed, or your arms can be on the side here, But if you start with your arms on the side here while you're learning, make sure it doesn't create that tension in your upper body to pull away from the legs. The hip needs to be relaxed. Well, like I said, I've talked about the research stance before, but you want to be able to just swing. Okay, so I'm still making that step. It's a little faster, but you want to be able to turn quickly. Okay, so again, to review, it's just switching the legs on both sides of the line. Okay, again, can be the front leg stepping first or the back leg while learning, and then turning. Check your feet, make sure your stance is correct. It could be the back leg turning first or stepping first in the front leg. So step, step, turn, step, step, turn, step, step, turn. 1, 2, and then get faster and faster. Keep the height the same. Right? We don't want the body going up and down, and eventually you start to make the movement smoother and smoother. So I'm starting to turn now. Okay? As I turn, whatever leg picks up as I turn. Right now the back leg or the front leg, the second leg is still lagging, but now I'm going to go faster and faster. So as I turn, both my heels are starting to pick up. Right? There's still that 1, 2. You can still hear that rhythm going 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. As you go faster, you're trying to get it so it's just 1. Okay? So to get it so it's 1, you have to pull your feet up. So when you practice this, you can build in the thumbkirk, the stomping. Okay? It can be light, or you can practice where you're pulling the feet up and stomping down, like that. Okay? So so it can be solid. Practice from one end to the other end. Okay, do them as sets, repetitions like 3, 4, 5s, whatever you want to do. Then start alternating and do some where you just relax. You know, you're not so caught up in the drill. Like I have to do 3 at a time. I have to do front leg first. It's like I said, eventually both feet come up. They just pull up off the ground, and it's a short stomp. Okay? I'm not jumping up, it's the legs. So again, this drill is to learn how to turn without traveling from side to side. Okay? Once you get it, then you can start to add your hand. Okay? Just from the basic Salkin. And eventually start building in whatever your block is. So we used to like to use Chinchi Sao. Okay? And it's kind of same thing. You learn to do it both sides. So my right leg is up, could be my right hand blocking, could be my left hand blocking. Okay? Doesn't matter. When you develop your own preference and your own reason of why you're going to have the right or left, then that might matter to you. But you have to be able to do both. Don't let yourself get stuck that you cannot do an alternative. Okay? So if I were to say step up left, right, and block and turn, this hand is going to come underneath, Chinchi Sao. Hand comes underneath, Chinchi Sao. If I do it from the side, hand comes underneath and connects. As I'm turning, it slides. I'm turning, it slides. Okay? When you do the Chinchi Sao, although this is about the leg, but just to mention, when you do the Chinchi Sao, the idea is that it's fully connected. As you go faster and faster, you have to relax, because what happens is the tendency, you get excited and the hand starts disconnecting and then has to come back. Okay? You want to train yourself so you feel that connection throughout the whole time. It just gently slides. Okay? One hand knows where the other hand is. Okay? So if I'm from here, as I'm turning, right, I'm going in for the block already. Okay? If I go this way, if I turn this way, doesn't work, yeah? So remember I said, yeah, don't get stuck on which hand, but it automatically comes out. So if I'm trying to turn that way, and that hand's already blocked, right? But now I'm turning. Okay? So it's self-explanatory. If you don't do it on the right side, it's just not going to feel right and it's not going to work. Okay? So turn, 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 turn. 1, 2. Okay? And faster and faster and faster. Learn to look straight ahead. Just practice. It's just practice. It's just one of those drills built in as part of your mapu. Okay? So thank you. I hope you like it. Simple little drill. Just one other thing. Okay? As you work fast and you get faster and faster, you have to slow down and check, did you lose your proper form? Right? Are you getting sloppy? So yeah, you're getting fast, but if it's sloppy, it's not good. Okay? If it's not correct, it doesn't matter if it's fast, because you're practicing the wrong thing fast. Right? You're cementing the wrong form. You're cementing the wrong habit. Okay? So start off slow, break it down, speed it up, go back to slow, break it down, double check yourself, eventually take off the tape and just look from end to end. And after a while you can feel, and then every so often put the tape or find a line on the ground and double check yourself. Okay? You're looking at the mirror, then you can put a dot or you can put something here and you can see if you're traveling. Real easy. Okay? So you have to look at it from all ways, not only fast, not only slow, but break it down, put it all together, study what you're doing. Okay? Again, thank you.